Hey guys, what's up? This is Booking Bronco with another Booksy Biz tutorial. So today we are going to be looking at settings that I recommend you adjust if you work from home. So when I say work from home, that means where you're either literally working from your house, like maybe you do nails or you cut hair or whatever it may be. So you either work from your home or you just work from somewhere that maybe you don't want displayed or people just showing up to. But I'm just going to say for this video, working from home, there's 3 things we're going to adjust to make sure that people don't know exactly where you live so that appointments don't get automatically confirmed. And then also so we can automatically send a message to clients when they book, since we're going to remove the address number. That being said, as always, full disclosure, I'm a full-time employee of Booksy as of the time of this recording, but this YouTube channel is my own personal project and is not affiliated with or sponsored by Booksy. So the views and opinions I express here are strictly my own and do not reflect the positions, views, or opinions of Booksy. So first thing, guys, is we are going to remove the street number. So I'm just going to show you on the app while we walk through it. So profile, settings, we're going to go down here to business details, and we're going to go to location and mobile services. And you can actually see here, I did edit it already, but normally what you're going to do is you would type in an address in order to find it. So if you were to say like 1234, let's see what it brings up. Okay, 12340 Boggy Creek Road in Orlando, Florida. If you selected that, it's automatically going to fill in the street number. So if we want to remove the street number, the process is pretty simple. We're just going to type in only the street name. So this is just one I looked at before, Atlantic Boulevard in Jacksonville, Florida. So you see how it doesn't have any street number? That's what we're going to do. You can't actually delete the street number. What you can do is just type in only the street name. And you can see here, now it's going to ask us for the street number. What you can do here, there does have to be something filled in. So you can either just put like 0 if you want to, or what I've also seen people do is you can just write here address sent upon booking, and that kind of communicates the message even clearer. Either way, it gets our objective across to make sure that the street number is not shown if you do work from your house and the address is publicly listed on your profile. I'm just going to probably safely assume that you don't want your exact home address listed inside of a database like that. So you can either just put in 0 or address sent upon booking, and we're just going to click continue. And you can see this is now the location, or this is now the address that's going to be shown on my profile. So we're just going to go ahead and click save here. And then now I can say address sent upon booking, but they know the street, the city, and the zip code. So they know generally where it is, but just not the specific address. So that's step 1, guys. Step 1 is removing the street number. So they know generally where you are, but not specifically. The next thing we're going to do is going to go into booking settings. So I backed out, I came back to the main settings menu, and I'm going to go back into advanced options and then booking settings. And you're going to see there's 2 things here that I want you to look at. I already did make a video on booking settings, which is pretty beefy. So check out that if you want to know more about booking settings. But for today, we're just going to look at 2. So 1 is going to be automatically confirm bookings. Personally, if I worked out of my home, I would want this off. I do not want meetings to be automatically confirmed if I work from home, because that means that someone just books at me, that appointment is automatically going to be confirmed, which I don't want personally. But if you do want to automatically confirm bookings, despite working from home, the other option you can do is adjust the booking window. The booking window, if you haven't seen before, is going to be the minimum amount of time in advance that someone has to be able to book with you. And I would recommend putting this higher. For example, if you put 15 minutes, that means someone could book with you for 15 minutes into the future, which is not much and not really a good heads up. You could literally be in the middle of lunch and someone might book with you. So the other option here, I would put it pretty high, probably 1 day in advance. Personally, I would want to know my schedule 1 day in advance. So you've got 2 options here. So 1, you can just turn on automatically confirm bookings. Or if you want to keep that on, you can also adjust the booking window high so that no one books with you on very short notice. Or you can do both. You can turn this off and do the booking window no less than 1 day in advance so that nothing gets onto your calendar without you confirming it, and it still has to be a day ahead. But some sort of configuration here that's definitely not automatically confirmed and 15 minutes, because that means it's automatically going on your calendar and it's going to be potentially very soon. So that's the second setting we're going to adjust. And then the last one here, guys, which is really the most, not the most important, but a cool one, because since we removed the address, the people don't actually know where they're going. So how can we set it so that a message is automatically sent to them with our address? That's what we're going to do next. So you're going to go into the settings, service setup. We're going to click on a service, and we're going to go all the way down till you come to the section that says for client. And then what we're going to do is type in your message, and then you could say, here is where you can put your address or other information. Okay? And then this message is going to be sent to someone when they book with you. This message will be sent to your client before the appointment. For example, please do not eat 1 hour before the appointment. There you go. In this case, you would just put the address information. Okay. And then that is a service level setting. So if you change that for one service, that's not going to be applied for the other services. So keep that in mind. You're going to need to go in for every single one of your services, go down here for client, your message, paste in the same thing, and that's it. So that would need to be done for all of them that you want to be, informed of the address, which I assume if you're working from home is going to be all of them. So that's it for today, guys. Relatively simple, kind of a cooler video here since now that we have a pretty good library of videos talking about these specific settings, I'm going to be starting to make more videos talking about situational settings. So in this case, I had already done videos on all of these settings before, but how they are combined to accomplish a very specific task. In this case, the settings that I recommend you adjust if you're working from home to protect yourself. That's when we kind of mix and match a little bit. And just to do a little review, so we removed the street number one, guys. The second one is we just turned either automatic confirmation off or the booking window low, maybe both. And then the third thing we did was go into a service for client and we wrote a message. That's where you would put in your address so that as soon as someone books with you, they're going to get your address. Keep in mind, guys, also that you could do none of these, and if you work from home, the app will still function perfectly fine. This is not going to affect the app functionality. This is more about protecting yourself so that people that are on there don't know exactly where you live, and you're not getting reservations at odd hours that you don't want, and then so you don't have to be manually sending out your address every time. So just making it a little more suited to the situation. I hope you got something out of this today, guys. A little bit longer one today. If you got something out of it, though, please like and subscribe. That does help me out. If you're thinking of subscribing to Booksy Biz, you can use my referral link in the description below to get 50% off your first 2 months. And that's basically it, guys. As always, appreciate your time. See you on the next one.